Be me, Femanon. 26 years old, work as a copywriter at a progressive marketing agency in Portland, because of course I do. Proud feminist, have been since college when I took my first gender studies class and had my mind blown. Spent the last 5 years going to protests, correcting people on the internet, and writing angry blog posts about the patriarchy. Dating life has been a disaster because apparently pointing out someone's internalized misogyny on the first date is a turnoff. Who knew, right? My apartment is covered in feminist art prints, I own 47 books about intersectional feminism, and my cat is named Ruth Bader Ginsburg. RBG for short, she's a menace who attacks men more than women. I raised her right. My friends are all from my feminist book club where we meet twice a month to discuss theory and drink wine. We call ourselves the Smash Sisters because we're all about smashing the patriarchy, obviously. My best friend Jade is constantly trying to set me up with woke guys. She knows. He went to a women's march once. Jade, that's the bare minimum. That's not impressive. Last relationship ended 8 months ago when my boyfriend said he was tired of everything being a political debate. Maybe we could just watch a movie without you analyzing the male gaze. I told him the personal is political, and he said that proved his point. We broke up via text, and I wrote a 3,000-word blog post about it that got 200 likes. Work is actually pretty good. Our agency specializes in campaigns for women-owned businesses and nonprofits. My boss, Karen, yes, really, and she owns it, is basically my hero. Started this company 15 years ago with zero funding. She's tough as nails, doesn't take crap from anyone, and once made a CEO cry during a meeting. The office is like 80% women, which is amazing, except Dave exists. Dave is our finance guy, handles all the money stuff, been here for 10 years. He's fine, kind of quiet, keeps to himself, always brings his lunch in a little bento box. We don't interact much because I handle creative, and he handles numbers, and never the twain shall meet. One Monday morning, Karen announces we're hiring a new account manager. His name is Jake. He's coming from a big agency in New York, very experienced, starts next week. My coworker Samantha immediately whispers, "Is he hot?" Sam, we're not rating our coworkers on physical appearance. That's objectification. You're right. But also, is he though? Jake starts the following Monday and walks into the office like he owns the place. Tall, annoyingly good-looking, wearing expensive clothes, hair styled like he's about to do a photo shoot. He does a round of introductions with this huge smile like he's running for office. When he gets to my desk, he extends his hand. Jake Morrison, excited to be part of the team. Anon, copywriter, welcome. I shake his hand because I'm professional, even though I'm already suspicious. Something about him screams peaked in high school. Energy. First week Jake is here, he's kissing up to everyone. Bringing coffee for Karen, complimenting Samantha's presentations, asking Dave about his weekend. He stops by my desk on Wednesday. Hey, I'm ordering lunch for the team, what do you want? I brought my own lunch. Come on, my treat. Team bonding. I don't need a man to buy me lunch. He looks confused. I was going to buy everyone lunch. Gender wasn't really a factor. Sure it wasn't. He walks away and I hear him mutter something under his breath. Friday, we have a team meeting about a new client, a startup making period products. This is a great opportunity to really make an impact in the feminine hygiene space, Jake says. I raise my hand. It's menstrual products, not feminine hygiene. The term hygiene implies menstruation is dirty. Oh, you're right. My bad, menstrual products. He corrects himself immediately, which is suspicious. Usually guys get defensive. Meeting continues, and Jake actually has some good ideas, which annoys me. After the meeting, Karen pulls me aside. Play nice with Jake. He's got great connections and could bring in major clients. I am being nice. I'm just not being fake nice. There's a middle ground between hostile and fake. I don't see the difference, but I nod anyway. Week 2, Jake starts trying to have actual conversations with me. So what got you into copywriting? I like words, and I wanted to use them to challenge power structures. That's actually really cool. Most people just say they like being creative. I'm not most people. I'm noticing that. Can't tell if that's a compliment or an insult. He asks about my weekend plans. Feminist book club and a protest against reproductive rights restrictions. Oh, nice. Which book? You've probably never heard of it. It's academic feminist theory. Try me. Feminism is for Everybody by Bell Hooks. Oh, I've read that. The lowercase spelling of her name is intentional to shift focus from individual identity to ideas, right? I stare at him. What? You've read Bell Hooks? Yeah, in college. Had a really good gender studies professor. She assigned a bunch of foundational texts. You took gender studies? And queer theory and a seminar on intersectionality. My brain is malfunctioning. Why would a guy like you take those classes? A guy like me? You know, finance bro energy, New York corporate type. He actually laughs. I was a sociology major, minor in women's studies, worked in corporate for 5 years and hated every second. That's why I'm here. This is not computing. You have a minor in women's studies? Surprised? Yes, you look like you're named Marcus and appear in every Greentext story as the generic hot guy. He looks so confused. What? Nothing. Internet thing. Why women's studies, though? My mom's a feminist activist, raised me and my sister on Gloria Steinem and Audre Lorde, felt like the natural path. I don't know what to do with this information. Huh? Just huh? He smiles and goes back to his desk. I text the Smash Sisters group chat. New coworker is suspiciously woke. Possible feminist catfish? Jade responds, maybe he's just actually progressive? Men are never actually progressive. They just pretend to get laid. That's kind of sexist. You can't be sexist against men. That's not how that works, and you know it. I put my phone away, annoyed. Next day, Jake brings in homemade cookies for the office. My sister's recipe, she's got a baking blog. They're really good, like annoyingly good. Did you actually make these, or did a girlfriend make them? I don't have a girlfriend, and yes, I actually baked them. It's not that hard. Most men don't bake. Most men are missing out. Baking is great stress relief, plus you get cookies. He's got an answer for everything. Week 3, we get assigned to work on a project together. Campaign for a women's self-defense workshop. Karen thinks we'll balance each other well. I think she's trying to force us to get along. We have our first meeting in the conference room. So I was thinking we could focus on empowerment messaging, Jake suggests. Empowerment is too vague. We need to address root causes, why women need self-defense in the first place. Right, so maybe something about reclaiming safety in public spaces? Yes, exactly. We actually agree on something. This is weird. We brainstorm for 2 hours and come up with a campaign concept that's actually good. Safety shouldn't be a luxury, it should be a given, as the main tagline. Jake adds, learn to defend your right to exist without fear. It's perfect, and I hate that his addition made it better. Good session? Same time tomorrow? Sure. We start meeting daily to work on the campaign. Jake brings ideas, I refine them, we argue about wording. We agree on more than we disagree. It's productive, and I'm suspicious of how well we work together. One day he brings up something I wrote in a blog post from 2 years ago. Wait, you read my blog? Yeah, Karen mentioned you had one. I was curious about your perspective. And you're a really good writer. Even when I don't fully agree with your takes, you argue them well. This is the first time a man has complimented my writing without adding a but. Thanks. Which takes didn't you agree with? Your post about romance being a tool of the patriarchy was interesting, but I think you conflated romantic love with romantic conventions. Romance as an institution perpetuates gender roles. Some romance does, but the emotion itself is neutral. It's how society structures it, that's the problem. We argue about this for 30 minutes. It's the most fun I've had in weeks. Karen walks by the conference room and sees us gesturing wildly while debating. She texts me later, glad you two are getting along? We're not getting along, we're having productive disagreements. Same thing. No, it's not. Month into Jake working here, the office goes out for happy hour. I normally don't go because I don't drink with coworkers, but Jade convinces me. Come on, it'll be fun. We go to a bar that has good fries and I order a beer. Jake sits next to me at the table because apparently that's happening now. So why copywriting specifically? Already told you, wanted to use words to challenge systems. Yeah, but what was the moment? Everyone has a moment. I consider not answering, but the beer is making me chatty. When I was 19, I watched my mom get passed over for a promotion she deserved because her boss said she wasn't leadership material, which was code for woman. That's awful. She smiled and took it and went home and cried. I decided I never wanted to smile and take it. So you became the person who writes the words that make people think differently. Exactly. That's actually really beautiful. I don't know why, but I believe he means it. What about you? Why did you really leave New York? Honestly, I was making 6 figures selling luxury brands to rich people and I felt like my soul was dying. Dramatic, but accurate. One day I was writing copy for a $5,000 handbag and I thought, what am I doing with my life? So you came to Portland to find yourself? I came to Portland to do work that actually matters. This is suspiciously genuine. We end up talking for 2 hours while everyone else mingles. He tells me about growing up with a single mom who worked 3 jobs and still found time to volunteer at women's shelters. She's my hero. Everything I do is basically trying to live up to her example. That's actually really sweet. Are you being sincere or sarcastic? 60% sincere, 40% suspicious that you're too good to be true. He laughs. I'll take 60%. Jade catches me on the way out. You and Jake looked cozy. We were having a professional conversation. You were laughing at his jokes. He's funny. That's not a crime. You like him. I respect him as a colleague. Sure, colleague. That's why you've been smiling all night. I ignore her because she's ridiculous. Next week, Jake and I present our campaign to the client. It goes perfectly. They love everything. Want to move forward immediately. Karen is thrilled. Tells us we're a dream team. You two should partner on more projects. No. I work best independently. You work best when you have someone to challenge you, Karen corrects. She's not wrong, but I don't have to like it. Jake and I celebrate by getting lunch at this vegan place nearby. So dream team, huh? Don't let it go to your head. Too late, already updating my LinkedIn. We get our food and sit outside. Can I ask you something? You're going to anyway. Why are you so defensive all the time? I put down my fork. Excuse me? Not trying to be a jerk, genuinely curious. You're constantly on guard, like you're waiting for me to prove you right about something. Because men always do. Do what? Disappoint, reveal themselves to be exactly what I thought, say something that shows they don't actually get it. And you're waiting for me to do that? Yes. He nods slowly. That's fair. I can't argue with your lived experience. But maybe consider that treating me like I'm guilty until proven innocent isn't super conducive to friendship. We're not friends. We could be. Why would you want to be friends with someone who's constantly suspicious of you? Because you're smart and funny and passionate about things that matter, the suspicion is just armor. I hate that he's right. I'll think about it. Progress. 2 weeks later, we're working late on a pitch for a major nonprofit. It's just us in the office. Everyone else went home hours ago. We're punchy from exhaustion, and everything becomes hilarious. What if we just wrote, "Give us money, we're very good at spending it"? Technically accurate. Put it in the deck, see if anyone notices. We're laughing so hard we're crying. Around 10 p.m. we finally finish, and I'm too tired to drive. I'll call a rideshare. I can drive you, I'm fine. You've been here as long as I have. I had coffee an hour ago, I'm good. He drives me home, and I realize I never let men drive me places because of control issues. Thanks for the ride. Anytime, dream team. Stop calling us that. Never. I get out, and he waits until I'm inside before driving away. It's a small thing, but it's thoughtful. Next day, Jade ambushes me at lunch. So Jake drove you home last night? Who told you that? Sam saw you two leaving together. Tell me everything. Nothing to tell. We worked late. He gave me a ride. End of story. Do you like him? No. You hesitated. I was chewing. You like him? Okay, maybe I'm slightly attracted to him, but that's just biology. Doesn't mean anything. He's a coworker. So? Office romances happen all the time. Not to me, they don't. I have standards. What standards does he not meet? I try to think of something. He's too tall. That's your complaint? He's too tall? It's intimidating. You're ridiculous. Just ask him out. I'm not asking him out, even if I was interested, which I'm not. I don't make the first move. Why not? Because I don't know, it just feels weird. That's internalized misogyny. No, it's not. Yes, it is. You're a feminist, but you still want men to pursue you. That's patriarchal dating script. I hate when she's right. Fine, maybe it is, but I'm still not doing it. Coward. Week later, Jake asks if I want to go to a feminist film festival downtown. They're showing a documentary about reproductive rights activism. Thought you might be interested. How do you even know about that? I follow the film festival on Instagram. You follow a feminist film festival on Instagram? Yeah, they post good recommendations. This man is suspicious. Is this like a date thing? He looks genuinely surprised. Do you want it to be a date thing? I asked first. I was asking as friends who have similar interests. Oh, then sure. Why am I disappointed that it's not a date? We go to the film festival on Saturday. The documentary is incredible, makes me angry and inspired simultaneously. Afterward, we get coffee and dissect everything we just watched. The part about the clinic closures was devastating. Did you know that in some states there's only one clinic for millions of people? We talk for 3 hours, closing down the coffee shop. Walk back to our cars, and there's this moment. We're standing in the parking lot, and he's looking at me with this expression. I had a really good time today. Me too. We should do this again. The film festival is only this weekend. I meant hang out, do something, whatever you want. My brain is short-circuiting. Like as friends? If that's what you want. What do you want? Honestly, I'd like to take you on an actual date, but I didn't want to assume. There it is. Why? Why what? Why would you want to date me? I'm argumentative and cynical, and I literally challenged your existence for the first month you worked here. You're passionate and principled, and you make me think about things differently. Also, you're really pretty, but I figured leading with that would get me labeled as superficial. It would have. See, I'm learning. I should say no. Dating coworkers is messy, plus I don't even know if I like him like that. Except I do. I've liked him for weeks and been in denial about it. Okay, I'll go on a date with you. One date, trial basis. We'll evaluate afterward. You're approaching dating like a work project. It's the only framework I have. He's grinning. Works for me. How about next Friday? Send me the details. I'll need to know the plan in advance. Will do. It'll be good, I promise. I go home and immediately regret everything. Text the Smash Sisters. I agreed to go on a date with Jake. My phone explodes with messages. Finally! I knew it. What are you wearing? Is he picking you up? Remember, you're a strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man. That last one is from Jade's girlfriend, who's the most radical of all of us. I know I don't need a man. I'm choosing to go on a date. There's a difference. Spend the next week oscillating between excitement and terror. What if the date is bad? What if it's good and then work gets weird? What if he's been playing the long game and is actually terrible? What if I'm self-sabotaging because I'm scared of being vulnerable? Okay, that last one hit too close to home. Friday arrives and I've changed outfits 7 times. Settle on black jeans, a vintage band t-shirt, and my leather jacket. Not trying too hard, but also not looking like a slob. Jake picks me up at 7 p.m. looking nervous, which makes me feel better. You look great. Thanks. Where are we going? You said you wanted to know the plan. He hands me a printed itinerary. You made an itinerary? You said you needed to know in advance. Lists, dinner at a vegetarian restaurant, walk through the art district, backup plan of arcade bar if conversation lags. This is the most thoughtful thing anyone has ever done for me. Really? Most guys just text dinner and expect me to be impressed. Well, I'm not most guys. I'm starting to realize that. Dinner's at this tiny vegetarian place that has amazing food and isn't too loud. We talk about everything: work, family, the documentary from last week, our respective dating disasters. My last girlfriend told me I was emotionally exhausting because I wanted to talk about my feelings. That's awful. Emotional availability is attractive. Filed away for future reference. I tell him about my ex who said everything was a political debate. He wanted me to just turn off the part of my brain that analyzes power dynamics. That's like asking you to not be yourself. Exactly. For what it's worth, I like when you challenge things. It means you're paying attention. We finish dinner and walk through the art district looking at galleries. There's an exhibit of feminist art that's absolutely stunning. We should come back when it's less crowded. We? I mean, if you want to, if this goes well. It's going well. He smiles and I realize I'm smiling too. We end up at the arcade bar, which is ridiculous and perfect. Play skee ball and air hockey. I win both because I'm competitive. You hustled me. I never said I wasn't good at arcade games. Noted for future dates. Confident that there will be future dates? Hopeful. It's midnight when he drives me home. Walk me to my door like a gentleman, which should feel outdated but actually feels sweet. I had a really good time. Me too, thanks for the itinerary. Thanks for giving me a chance despite spending weeks being suspicious of me. You're welcome. You can thank my friend Jade for bullying me into this. I'll send her a fruit basket. We're standing at my door, and there's that moment again. Can I kiss you? The fact that he asked makes me want to kiss him even more. Yes. He kisses me, and it's gentle and brief and somehow perfect. Good night, Anon. Good night, Jake. I go inside and lean against the door like a character in a rom-com. RBG meows at me judgmentally. Don't start, I know what I'm doing. Narrator voice. She did not know what she was doing. Text Jade. The date was good. She calls me immediately, screaming. Tell me everything right now. I spent an hour recounting every detail. He made you an itinerary? Marry him. It was one date. Best first date you've ever had though, right? She's not wrong. Yeah, it was. So what happens now? I have no idea. That's the fun part. Easy for her to say. She's been with her girlfriend for 3 years. I lie in bed thinking about the kiss, about how easy conversation was, about the itinerary. Maybe Jade was right about me self-sabotaging. Maybe I've been so focused on finding reasons why men are terrible that I missed when a good one showed up. Maybe I can be a feminist and be in a relationship with a man who actually respects that. My phone buzzes. Text from Jake. Made it home, had a great time tonight, same time next week? Me. Send me the itinerary. Jake. Already drafting it. I fall asleep smiling like an idiot. My face when the woke corporate bro I was suspicious of turned out to be genuinely feminist and made me a date itinerary. That feeling when you realize maybe not all men are trash and you might have actually found one of the good ones. Be me, Femanon Emma. Been dating Jake for 3 weeks now and it's going surprisingly well. We've been on 5 dates, all with printed itineraries, and I haven't found a single red flag yet. The Smash Sisters are convinced he's hiding something because no man is that perfect. Maybe he's just actually decent, I suggest during book club. Or maybe he's a serial killer, Jade's girlfriend offers helpfully. Thanks for that, very reassuring. Work is good. Jake and I are professional during office hours, only mild flirting in the break room. Karen notices and gives me a knowing look but doesn't say anything. Life is actually pretty great for once, which means something is about to go wrong. Monday morning, Karen calls an all-hands meeting. We're expanding the team. I've hired a new junior copywriter to help with the workload. His name is Tyler. He's 24, just graduated, very talented, starts today. A junior copywriter, great, someone I have to train. Tyler walks in at 9:30 a.m. wearing a hoodie, jeans, and the expression of someone who'd rather be anywhere else. He's got that whole I'm too cool for corporate jobs vibe. Messy hair, stubble, dark circles under his eyes like he hasn't slept in days. Karen introduces him to everyone. When he gets to me, she says, "This is Emma. She'll be your mentor, show you the ropes." Cool. That's it? Just cool. No enthusiasm, no fake corporate smile. I can already tell this is going to be annoying. I take him to his desk, which is next to mine because of course it is. So, Tyler, what made you interested in working here? Needed a job? You guys were hiring. Right, but specifically why marketing for progressive causes? Honestly, didn't really care about the cause part, just needed something that paid. At least he's honest, I guess. Okay, well, we mostly work with women-owned businesses and nonprofits, so you'll need to be comfortable with that. Sure, whatever. This kid has the energy of someone who's given up on life. I show him our current projects, explain the company values, give him the tour. He nods along, but I can tell he's not really listening. Any questions? When's lunch? It's 10:15 a.m. Noon, like most places. Cool. I go back to my desk and text Jake. New junior copywriter is a zombie. Send help. Jake responds. Give him a chance. Maybe he's just nervous. Doubt it, but fine. First week with Tyler is rough. He does the bare minimum, never asks questions, eats lunch alone at his desk watching YouTube. I try to engage him in conversation. So what got you into writing? I don't know. I'm good at it, I guess. What do you like to write about? Stuff? Very specific, thanks. He shrugs and goes back to his computer. Jake tries to be friendly with him too. Hey Tyler, want to grab coffee with us? I'm good. We're going to this cool place that has... I said I'm good. Jake gives me a look like, okay then. Week 2, Tyler and I get assigned to work on a campaign together. It's for a women's coding boot camp, pretty straightforward. We're in the conference room brainstorming. So I'm thinking we focus on breaking barriers, women in tech, that angle. Why does it have to be about gender? Why can't it just be about coding? Oh boy, here we go. Because women are underrepresented in tech and this program specifically addresses that. Maybe women just aren't as interested in coding. I take a deep breath. That's been disproven by literally dozens of studies. Women are discouraged from STEM from a young age due to socialization. Or maybe they just have different interests naturally. Tyler, we're not debating this. We're writing copy for a women's coding boot camp. That's the job. Fine, whatever you want. He sulks for the rest of the meeting. I complain to Jake at lunch. He's got this whole women aren't really oppressed energy and it's driving me insane. Maybe he's just young and hasn't been exposed to different perspectives. He's 24, not 12. He should know better. Some people take longer to figure things out. Are you defending him? I'm saying maybe don't write him off completely after 2 weeks. I know Jake's right, but I'm still annoyed. Week 3, things get weirder. I noticed Tyler watching video essays during the lunch. Not normal video essays, like those guys who complain about everything on the internet. What are you watching? He quickly closes the tab. Nothing. Tyler, just some commentary videos. About what? Why do you care? Because if you're watching content that contradicts our company values, that's a problem. I watch what I want on my lunch break. Technically, he's right, but I don't like it. Later that day, I see him with a tail attached to his backpack. A blue and white furry tail. Tyler, is that a tail? Yeah. Why? I like it. You're wearing a furry tail to the office. It's on my backpack, not on me. There's a difference. I don't even know how to respond to this. Jake notices and tries not to laugh. Is that new? He asked Tyler. Got it at a convention last weekend. Oh, cool. Which convention? FurCon. It's a furry convention. Jake nods like this is completely normal information. Nice? Did you have fun? Yeah, it was all right. They continue talking about the convention like this is a normal thing. I pull Jake aside later. He's a furry? Apparently. And you're just okay with that? Why wouldn't I be? People have hobbies. It's weird. Emma, you own 47 books about feminist theory and name your cat after Supreme Court justices. You don't get to call other people weird. He has a point, but I don't appreciate it. Over the next few weeks, Tyler becomes more of a character. The tail is a permanent fixture on his backpack. He starts bringing a small fox plushie to meetings and setting it on the table. That's my fursona bite. He's a cyberpunk fox. Why is he here? I ask. Emotional support. I look at Karen, who just shrugs like, pick your battles. The thing is, Tyler's good at his job when he actually tries. His writing is sharp, creative, funny even, but his attitude is terrible. Any project involving women's issues, he's resistant. Why do we always have to focus on women? Because that's literally our client base, Tyler. Just seems like pandering. It's not pandering, it's addressing real problems. If you say so. I'm gonna lose it with this kid. One day we're working late, just me, Tyler, and Jake. Tyler's eating ramen at his desk with his fox plushie propped up next to his computer. Tyler, can I ask you something? Sure. Why did you take this job if you don't care about what we do? He stops eating. I needed money, and you guys paid decently. But you clearly don't agree with the mission. I didn't say that. You've spent a month questioning every project about women's issues. He's quiet for a minute. Look, I don't have a problem with women. I just think all this stuff is overblown. Overblown. Yeah, like everyone acts like women have it so hard, but guys have problems too, and nobody cares. Oh, we're doing this conversation. Tyler, nobody is saying men don't have problems, but this company specifically addresses women's issues because they're underserved. Whatever. Can we just finish this project? Jake walks over. Tyler, genuine question. What problems do you think men face that aren't being addressed? Tyler looks surprised that Jake's actually asking. I don't know, like mental health stuff. Nobody takes guys seriously when they're depressed. That's actually true? Jake says. I stare at him. Toxic masculinity prevents men from seeking help because showing emotion is seen as weakness. Jake continues. See, but that's what I mean. You call it toxic masculinity. Like masculinity itself is the problem. No, toxic masculinity is the problem. Traditional masculinity that's healthy is fine. They go back and forth while I watch. Tyler is actually engaging in the conversation instead of shutting down. I just think it's unfair that guys get blamed for everything. Nobody's blaming you personally for systemic problems, Jake explains. Feels like it sometimes. This is the most honest Tyler has been since he started. Tyler, do you have friends? I ask. What kind of question is that? A genuine one. Do you have people you talk to? I have online friends. In person? He's quiet. Not really. Suddenly the furry tail and the attitude make more sense. This kid is lonely. You should come to game night, Jake offers. What? Emma and I host game night sometimes, board games, video games, whatever. You should come. I don't think It's next Saturday, 7 p.m., my place. I'll text you the address. Tyler looks uncomfortable but nods. After he leaves, I turn to Jake. Why did you invite him? Because he's clearly isolated and needs actual human connection. He's argumentative and kind of a jerk. He's 24 and lonely and probably spends too much time in internet echo chambers. We can help with that. We're not his therapists. No, but we can be his friends. I don't know why Jake is so good at seeing the best in people. Saturday comes and Tyler actually shows up. He brings his fox plushie. Bite wanted to come. Of course he did, I say. Jade and her girlfriend are there, plus Samantha from work. We play Settlers of Catan and Tyler is cutthroat. You're blocking my road. That's the game, Tyler. He's actually having fun, I can tell because he's smiling. Halfway through the game, Jade asks him about the tail. So you're a furry? Yeah. Cool. My cousin is too. She has a dragon fursona. Really? They start talking about furry conventions, and I'm watching this unfold like a nature documentary. Tyler is relaxed for the first time since I met him. Later, we're playing video games, and he's actually good. Where did you learn to play like that? I play online like 8 hours a day. That's a lot. What else am I going to do? Go outside, talk to people, touch grass? Grass is overrated. Jake laughs. He's got a point. Grass is overrated. End of the night, Tyler's leaving and actually says thank you. This was cool. Thanks for inviting me. Anytime. Same time next week? Yeah, okay. After he leaves, Jade corners me. That kid is deeply lonely. I know. You should be nicer to him. I'm nice. You're tolerable. There's a difference. Maybe she's right. Next week at work, Tyler is slightly less awful. Still questions everything, still brings bite to meetings, but there's less hostility. Emma, can I ask you something? Sure. Why do you care so much about this stuff? What stuff? All the women's issues, feminism, whatever. I think about it. Because I've seen what happens when nobody cares. I've watched women get overlooked and underpaid and dismissed. I don't want that to keep happening. But doesn't that happen to everyone sometimes? Yes, but it happens to women systematically. That's the difference. He nods slowly. I guess that makes sense. It's not agreement, but it's not argument either. Progress. Month 2 of Tyler working here. He's become a weird fixture in our group. Comes to game night every week. Always brings bite. Slowly opening up. Turns out he had a rough time in college. Got isolated. Fell down internet rabbit holes. I just felt like nobody understood me. And then I found these communities online where everyone felt the same. Echo chambers, Jake says. Yeah, I guess. It's easy to get stuck there, I add. You guys ever feel like you don't fit in? All the time, I admit. Really? Yeah, I spent most of my 20s feeling like an alien. That's why I found feminism. It gave me a framework to understand why I felt that way. Huh, Tyler seems to be processing this. What about you? He asks Jake. I was a sociology major who liked baking. I got called gay so many times in high school that I started just agreeing to confuse people. Were you? No, but it shouldn't matter either way. The insult only works if you think of being gay as bad. Tyler is quiet. I used to say stuff like that. Most people did. You grow out of it. What if I don't? Then you work on it. Nobody expects you to be perfect, just better than you were yesterday. This is the most wholesome our game night has ever been. At work, Tyler starts actually engaging with the projects. So for this women's leadership conference, what if we focus on specific success stories? That's actually a really good idea. Yeah? Yeah, personal stories are more impactful than statistics. He looks proud of himself. We work on the campaign together and it's genuinely good. Tyler even suggests including diverse women, different races, ages, backgrounds. If we're going to do this, might as well do it right. I want to cry. This is growth. Karen notices the change. Whatever you're doing with Tyler, keep doing it. We're just being his friends. Well, it's working. His work has improved dramatically. That weekend at game night, Tyler brings a girl. This is Sarah. We met at FurCon. She's got a cat fursona. Sarah is dressed normally, but has cat ears on a headband. Nice to meet you. She's bubbly and sweet, and Tyler looks at her like she hung the moon. Jade whispers to me, he found a furry girlfriend. Good for him. Watching Tyler with Sarah is actually cute. He's animated, laughing, showing her bite, explaining the board game rules patiently. You're smiling, Jake observes. I'm proud. Is that weird? No, it's sweet. You care about him. He's grown on me like a fungus. Romantic. Month 3, Tyler's like a completely different person. Still questions things, but now it's actual curiosity instead of hostility. Why is intersectionality important? Because people have multiple identities that intersect and create unique experiences. Can you give me an example? I explain how a black woman faces both racism and sexism in ways that are different from what white women or black men experience. Oh, that actually makes sense. You're learning. Don't be condescending. Sorry, but seriously, you've come a long way. I still don't agree with everything. That's fine, you don't have to. Just be open to understanding why others care. I can do that. Halloween comes and the office does costumes. Jake and I go as Morticia and Gomez Adams. Tyler shows up in a full fursuit, blue and white cyberpunk fox, the whole thing. Tyler, you wore your fursuit to work? It's Halloween. Karen said costumes were encouraged. He's technically right. Karen walks by, stops, stares. Is that a fursuit? Yeah. Huh, okay, well, it's definitely a costume. She walks away and Tyler looks proud of himself. You're insane, I tell him. Bite doesn't do things halfway. Throughout the day, people keep asking about the fursuit. Tyler loves the attention, poses for photos, explains his fursona's backstory. Bite is a hacker from a dystopian future where corporations control everything and he fights for digital freedom. That's actually kind of deep, Samantha says. Thanks, I've been developing his lore for 3 years. By the end of the day, Tyler has become the office mascot. Even the people who thought he was weird before are warming up to him. At our Halloween game night, Tyler brings Sarah again. She's dressed as a cat, he's still in his fursuit. You two are committed to the bit, Jade observes. It's not a bit, it's a lifestyle, Sarah says seriously. We play horror-themed games and eat candy. Tyler is genuinely happy, laughing, joking, being social. Remember when you hated me? He asks during a break. I didn't hate you, I was frustrated with you. Same thing. No, it's not. Hate is permanent. Frustration means I thought you could be better. Was I better? You're getting there. High praise from Emma. Don't push it. Later that night, after everyone leaves, Jake and I are cleaning up. You did a good thing with Tyler. We did a good thing. You're the one who invited him. But you gave him a chance despite him being difficult. He was lonely and hurt and lashing out. I've been that person. I couldn't just abandon him. Jake kisses me. This is why I love you. Because I'm nice to furries? Because you see people as capable of growth. It's been 2 months since our first date and things are good. Work is good. Tyler is improving. Jake is wonderful. Life is actually manageable. Of course, that's when things get complicated. Tyler comes to work Monday looking upset. What's wrong? Sarah broke up with me. What? Why? She said I'm not furry enough because I don't want to wear my fursuit in public outside of conventions. That's ridiculous. She wanted me to wear the tail to her family dinner. Okay, that's actually too far. Right? For the first time, Tyler's coming to me for advice. Tyler, if someone wants you to change fundamental things about yourself, they're not right for you. But I really liked her. I know, but you deserve someone who likes you for who you are, not who they want you to be. Is that what you have with Jake? Yeah, actually it is. Lucky. Over the next week, Tyler is sad, but handling it. Still comes to game night, still participates at work, not spiraling. I'm proud of you, I tell him. For getting dumped? For not letting it destroy you. Therapy helps. You're in therapy? Started last month. Jake recommended his therapist. I look at Jake, who just shrugs. You didn't tell me you gave Tyler your therapist's info. He asked, I helped. What's the big deal? Nothing. It's just, that's really good of you. Tyler's actually working on himself, and it's beautiful to watch. Month 4, we get a big client, a national women's organization. Karen assigns me, Jake, and Tyler to the project. This is our biggest campaign yet. Don't mess it up. No pressure or anything. First meeting with the client, Tyler shows up prepared. He's researched their organization, has ideas ready, asks intelligent questions. The client is impressed. Your team really knows their stuff. After the meeting, Karen pulls us aside. Whatever magic happened with Tyler, thank you. He did the work himself, I say, but you gave him the space to grow. We spend the next month working on the campaign. Tyler contributes genuinely good ideas. What if we highlight the intersectional approach? Show how the organization helps women across different identities? Tyler, that's perfect. I've been reading some of those books you mentioned. You have? Yeah, the bell hooks one was actually really good. I'm gonna cry. Jake is grinning at me. Our boy is growing up. He's not our boy. He kind of is, though. Campaign launches, and it's a massive success. Trending on social media, the client is thrilled. Karen gives us all bonuses. We celebrate at game night with champagne. To the dream team, Jade toasts. To growth and friendship, Tyler adds. To furries in the workplace, Samantha jokes. We all drink and laugh. Tyler pulls me aside later. Hey, Emma, I wanted to say thanks. For what? For not giving up on me. I was kind of a jerk when I started. You were defensive and hurt. There's a difference. I still don't agree with everything you believe. That's okay. You don't have to. You just have to respect that other people have different experiences. I can do that. Then we're good. He hugs me, which is unexpected but nice. You're like the annoying older sister I never had. I'll take that as a compliment. It is one. The night winds down, and it's just me, Jake, and Tyler. So what happens now? Tyler asks. What do you mean? Like, do we just keep doing this? Working and game nights and existing? Yeah, pretty much, Jake says. That's it? That's life, man. You find people you care about and you show up for them. Tyler nods. I can do that. We know, I say. My face when the lonely, furry, incel junior copywriter I had to train actually became a decent human through friendship and patience. That feeling when you realize people are capable of change if you give them space to grow and actual human connection instead of letting them rot in internet echo chambers. Be me, Femanon Emma. 6 months into dating Jake and everything is going suspiciously well. We've fallen into a comfortable routine of dinner dates, game nights, and making fun of each other's music taste. Tyler has become our weird, adopted younger brother who brings his fox plushie everywhere. Work is thriving. Our campaign won an industry award and Karen gave everyone raises. Life is good, which means I'm waiting for disaster. You're catastrophizing again, Jake says during the lunch. I'm being realistic. Good things don't last. That's a depressing worldview. It's a practical worldview. Tyler walks by with Bite tucked under his arm. You two fighting about your inevitable breakup again? We're not fighting and we're not breaking up. Emma thinks we are because she's a pessimist, Jake explains. You are kind of a pessimist, Tyler agrees. I'm surrounded by traitors. They both laugh, and I realize my life has become a sitcom. Later that week, Jade announces she's getting married. Finally making it official after 4 years. The Smash sisters are thrilled, immediately start planning engagement parties and bachelorette weekends. Emma, you're my maid of honor, obviously. Obviously. And bring Jake to the engagement party. I want him to meet everyone properly. He's met everyone. At game night, I want him to meet them at a fancy event where we can judge him formally. You're ridiculous. I'm thorough. Engagement party is at a nice restaurant. Everyone is dressed up. Jake wears an actual suit and looks good. Stop staring, he whispers. I'm appreciating. Same thing. The Smash sisters descend on Jake like a pack of wolves. So Jake, what are your intentions with our Emma? To continue dating her and seeing where it goes? Not good enough. We need a timeline. We've been dating 6 months. That's half a year, practically married. I rescue Jake before they can interrogate him further. Sorry, they're intense. They care about you. It's nice. It's invasive. Potato. Later in the evening, Jade's fiancé gives a toast about love and partnership. It's beautiful and sappy and makes me feel things. You okay? Jake asks. Yeah, just thinking. About? About how I never thought I'd have this, like an actual relationship with someone who gets me. You're getting sentimental. Shut up, I'm having a moment. He kisses my forehead. I'm glad you're having a moment. Drive home and Jake is quiet. What are you thinking about? Just, do you ever think about the future? Like flying cars and robot butlers? I mean, our future. Oh, we're having this conversation. Sometimes why? Just curious where your head's at. My head is at, let's see where this goes, and not freak out about timelines. Fair enough, but I can tell he's thinking about something specific. Next day at work, Tyler notices I'm distracted. You good? Yeah, just thinking about relationship stuff. Jake wants to get married? What? No, how did you... He asked me about rings last week. I dropped my coffee. He what? Oh, was that supposed to be a secret? Tyler! My bad, forget I said anything. I spend the entire day spiraling. Jake asked Tyler about rings, which means he's thinking about marriage. We've only been dating 6 months, that's too soon, right? But also I love him and could see a future with him. But also marriage is a big deal. But also why am I freaking out about something that hasn't happened yet? Text the Smash Sisters. Jake might be thinking about proposing and I'm having a crisis. My phone explodes with responses. It's finally. What kind of ring do you want? Have you talked about timelines? Don't let the patriarchal institution of marriage define your relationship. That last one is from Jade's girlfriend, who's still anarchist despite getting married. I don't respond, just put my phone on silent. That night, Jake comes over for dinner. We're cooking pasta together when he brings it up. So Tyler told me he accidentally told you something. About the rings? Yeah, I was gonna wait to have this conversation, but I guess we're doing it now. I put down the wooden spoon. Okay, let's talk. We sit on the couch and he takes my hand. I'm not proposing right now, you can relax. I'm relaxed. You look like you're about to jump out a window. That's just my face. He laughs. I asked Tyler about rings because I was curious. I wanted to know what you might like for eventually. Eventually. Yeah, like a year from now, maybe 2, no pressure, just I see a future with you and I wanted to start thinking about what that looks like. I'm processing this information. You see a future with me? Obviously, why is that surprising? Because I'm argumentative and intense and I correct people constantly. And I think that's hot, we've established this. But like, long term, aren't you worried I'll be too much? Emma, you're supposed to be too much for the wrong people. That's how you know when you found the right person. I might cry. That's annoyingly wise. I have my moments. So we're talking about eventual marriage? Only if you want to, no pressure. We can just date forever if that's your preference. I don't know what I want. That's okay. We have time to figure it out. We go back to cooking and I feel lighter somehow. Knowing Jake is thinking long-term without pressuring me is exactly what I needed. Next day, Tyler is apologetic. Sorry I ruined Jake's surprise. You didn't ruin anything, actually helped clarify things. So you're not mad? I'm not mad, but you're buying lunch for a week. Deal. Month later, Karen announces the company is expanding. We're opening a second office in Seattle. I need someone to head it up. Everyone looks around nervously. I'm offering the position to Jake. What? Jake looks surprised. Seattle? It's a huge opportunity. More money, leadership position. You'd be perfect. Can I think about it? Of course, take a week. After the meeting, I corner Jake. Seattle? I didn't know she was going to offer that. Are you going to take it? I don't know. It's complicated. Because of me? Because of us, I don't want to do long distance. It's only 3 hours away. Still, we're both quiet. What if I came with you? He stares at me. What? What if I moved to Seattle too? I could find a job there. We could do this together. Emma, I can't ask you to uproot your life for me. You're not asking, I'm offering. There's a difference. Are you sure? No, but I want to try. You said you see a future with me. Well, this is part of that future. He kisses me right there in the office. I love you. I love you too. Now go tell Karen you'll take the job. Next week is chaos. Jake accepts the position. I start job hunting in Seattle. We begin planning the move. Tyler is devastated. You're both leaving? Seattle is 3 hours away, not another planet. Still, who am I going to hang out with? You have Sarah 2.0 now. He started dating another girl from FurCon. This one is into video games and doesn't demand he wear his fursuit to family dinners. It's not the same. You guys are like my people. We'll still be your people, just long-distance people. You promise? I promise, plus you can visit. Seattle has conventions. That's true, I tell the Smash Sisters at book club. You're moving for a man. I'm moving for my life. Jake is just part of it. That's actually really mature, Jade admits. Don't sound so surprised. It's just a year ago you were convinced you'd be alone forever. A year ago I was an idiot. Character growth, we love to see it. Packing up my apartment is emotional. I've lived here for 4 years. It's where I became myself. RBG is confused by all the boxes. We're going on an adventure, girl, she meows judgmentally. You'll like Seattle, it rains a lot, very moody. Jake and I decide to get a place together, which is huge. We spend weeks looking at apartments online. This one has a good kitchen. This one is near a park. This one allows cats and has the office space for both of us. We settle on a 2-bedroom in Capitol Hill. 1 bedroom for us, 1 for a home office we'll share. Signing the lease feels like a commitment. We're really doing this, I say. We're really doing this, he confirms. What if it doesn't work out? Then we'll figure it out, but I think it will. You're very optimistic. Someone has to balance out your pessimism. My last day at the agency is emotional. Everyone throws me a goodbye party. Karen gives a speech about how I've grown as a person and professional. When Emma started here, she was brilliant but guarded. Watching her open up has been a privilege. I'm crying. Everyone is crying. It's a mess. Tyler gives me a present. It's a small fox plushie, matching bite. So you remember us. Tyler, I'm not going to forget you. I know, but still. I hug him, and he actually hugs. Back. Take care of yourself, keep going to therapy, keep growing. I will, you too. I don't need therapy. Emma, you definitely need therapy. Rude, but probably accurate. Moving day is exhausting. Jake and I load everything into a moving truck, drive to Seattle blasting music and eating gas station snacks. This is it, our new life. Our new life, I repeat. It feels real now. First week in Seattle is an adjustment. New apartment, new city, new routines. I start a job at a tech company doing content strategy. It's different from the agency, but good different. Jake is thriving in his new leadership role. How was your first day? Overwhelming but exciting. I have a team now. Look at you, all grown up and managing people. Look at US, living together in a new city. We cook dinner together in our new kitchen. RBG is adjusting, claimed the sunniest spot in the apartment as her throne. Do you miss Portland? Jake asks. A little, but I'm excited about this. Yeah? Yeah, it's scary, but good scary. Month into Seattle life, we host our first game night. Invited some of Jake's new coworkers and a few people I met at work. Tyler drives up for the weekend because of course he does. Brings Sarah 2.0, who is delightful. Your apartment is so nice. Thanks, we're still settling in. Tyler sets Bite on the coffee table. Bite approves of the new place. High praise. Game night is chaotic and fun. New friends mixing with old, everyone getting along. Tyler tells embarrassing stories about me from work. She once lectured a client about using female as a noun for 20 minutes. It's dehumanizing. The client agreed with you just to make you stop. Everyone laughs, including me. Later that night, after everyone leaves, Jake and I are cleaning up. That was good. Yeah, it was. You're happy? I'm happy. Are you? Very. We collapse on the couch, exhausted. So, about that eventual marriage conversation. We're doing this now? I've been thinking. Dangerous. Smart aleck. I've been thinking maybe in a year or so we could make it official. Official? Yeah, if you want. No pressure. Just putting it out there. I think about the last year, about how much has changed. Ask me in a year. What? A year from now, if we're still this happy, ask me then. That's a yes? It's a ask me in a year and we'll see, which is the most commitment you're getting right now. He laughs. I'll take it. 3 months into Seattle, things are good. Work is good, apartment is good, relationship is good. Tyler visits once a month, usually with Sarah 2.0. The Smash Sisters came up for a weekend, approved of the new place. My parents visited and managed not to embarrass me too much. Jake's mom came for Thanksgiving. She's exactly as cool as he described. Life has settled into a comfortable rhythm. One Saturday, we're at Pike Place Market, buying groceries. We're so domestic, I observe. Is that a complaint? No, just an observation. A year ago, I was eating takeout alone with my cat. RBG is a great dining companion. She is, but you're better. Wow, ranked above a cat, I'm honored. We're walking through the market holding hands, and I realize I'm content. Not waiting for the other shoe to drop, not looking for problems, just existing happily. What are you thinking about? How this is nice. Profound. Shut up, I'm having a moment. Another one? I'm allowed multiple moments. We get coffee and sit by the water. Do you ever think about how weird life is? Jake asks. Constantly. Like a year and a half ago, we were strangers, now we're here. Planning a future, being disgustingly domestic, betraying my former femcel self. You were never really a femcel. I was femcel adjacent, I had the mindset. And now? Now I'm just a woman in a relationship trying not to overthink everything. How's that going? Poorly, I'm still overthinking everything. But you're happy? Yeah, I am. He kisses me and it still feels new somehow. Later that week, we're having dinner with some friends we've made in Seattle. Couple from Jake's work. They're nice, progressive, normal amount of weird. So how long have you two been together? They ask. About 18 months, Jake says. Any big plans? We're taking it as it comes, I answer. But I squeeze Jake's hand under the table. Because the truth is, we have plans. They're just our plans. Maybe get engaged next year. Maybe get married the year after. Maybe adopt another cat. Maybe just keep existing together and seeing what happens. The not knowing used to terrify me. Now it feels like possibility. Month 6 in Seattle, Tyler calls with news. I got promoted. What? That's amazing. Karen made me senior copywriter. I'm getting your old salary. You deserve it. You've grown so much. I'm also moving out of my apartment. Where are you moving? Sarah and I are getting a place together. Tyler, that's huge. I know, I'm terrified but also excited. That's how you know it's right. Thanks, Emma, for everything. For not giving up on me when I was an angry incel furry. You're still a furry. Yeah, but a well-adjusted furry in a healthy relationship. Progress. We talked for an hour about his promotion, his relationship, his continued therapy journey. You're doing really well, Tyler. So are you. We all are. Character development for everyone. After we hang up, I tell Jake, Tyler got promoted and is moving in with Sarah. Our boy is all grown up. He's not our boy. He absolutely is our boy. Fine, our boy is grown up. We're sitting on the couch. RBG is sleeping between us. You know what's funny? Jake says. What? A year ago you were convinced you'd be alone forever. And now I'm living with a man, planning a future, being sickeningly happy. Character development. Major character development. What would Femcel Emma think of current Emma? She'd probably think I sold out. Did you? No, I just grew up. And realized being vulnerable doesn't make me weak. Look at you being emotionally mature. Don't get used to it. He kisses me. Too late. Year mark in Seattle arrives. We throw a party to celebrate. Tyler drives up with Sarah. The Smash sisters make the trip. Even my parents come. Our new Seattle friends mix with our Portland people. It's chaotic, but beautiful. Beach! Someone yells. Jake stands up. A year ago, Emma and I took a chance on moving here together. It was scary and uncertain, but we did it anyway. And now we have this community, friendship, a life we built together. He looks at me. Emma, you make every day better. Thank you for taking this leap with me. Everyone claps and I'm crying. Damn him for making me emotional in front of people. Later, after everyone leaves, we're cleaning up. That was a good party. It was. Emma, can I ask you something? Oh, here we go. Sure. He pulls out a small box. I know I said I'd wait, but I can't. I want to do this now. Jake, will you marry me? The ring is perfect. Simple band with a small stone, exactly what I would have chosen. You asked Tyler for advice. I did. He has good taste, apparently. That's debatable. Emma, answer the question. I look at him, really look at him. This man who made me itineraries, who befriended a lonely furry kid, who moves cities with me, who sees my intensity as a feature, not a bug. Yes. Yes? Yes, obviously yes. Did you think I'd say no after moving across state lines with you? He puts the ring on my finger and kisses me. RBG meows from her spot on the cat tree. RBG approves, I say. High praise. We sit on the couch and I stare at the ring. We're engaged. We're engaged. I need to call everyone. Or we could just enjoy this moment. You're right. Moment first, chaos later. We sit in comfortable silence. When should we get married? I don't know. Next year, maybe? Small wedding? Very small. Just the people who matter. I can work with that. No wedding planning spreadsheets. I'm making one spreadsheet. Of course you are. Next morning, I text the Smash sisters. Jake proposed. I said yes. Commence freaking out. My phone immediately starts ringing. Spend 2 hours on a group call recounting everything. I knew it! The ring. When's the wedding? We're thinking next year. Small, nothing crazy. Can I plan it? Absolutely not, Jade. You'll make it a 3-day festival. That's fair. Call Tyler next. You're engaged. How did you already know? Jake texted me last night after you said yes. Of course he did. I helped pick the ring. I know, good job. It's perfect. Does this mean I'm in the wedding? Do you want to be in the wedding? Obviously, I'm your work son. You're not my... Fine, you're in the wedding. Can Bite be in the wedding? Tyler. Just asking. Next few months are planning and existing. We decide on a fall wedding, small ceremony, just family and close friends. No big production, just us committing to each other officially. Tyler's in the wedding party, because apparently that's happening. The Smash sisters are all bridesmaids. Jake's sister is his best woman. We're breaking all the traditional rules and it feels right. Should we do a registry? Jake asks. Do we need more stuff? Probably not. Let's ask people to donate to charity instead. Which charity? Women's shelters in honor of your mom. He looks at me with so much love. You're perfect. I'm really not, but I try. Work continues, life continues, wedding planning continues. It's all happening and I'm not scared. Well, I'm a little scared, but manageable scared. 3 months before the wedding, Tyler calls. I have news. Good news or bad news? Good news. Sarah and I are engaged. What? Tyler, that's amazing. I know. I proposed at FurCon. It was very on brand. I'm so happy for you. You inspired me, you and Jake. Watching you guys made me believe I could have that too. You deserve it. You've worked really hard on yourself. Thanks, Emma. Seriously, thank you for not giving up on me. Thanks for being worth the effort. Tell Jake about Tyler's engagement. Our boy is getting married. Still not our boy, but yes, I'm thrilled for him. We did good. We did. Week before the wedding, I have a moment of panic. What if I'm not good at being married? Then we'll figure it out together, Jake says calmly. What if I'm too difficult? You're not difficult, you're passionate. What if... He kisses me. Emma, we're going to be fine, better than fine, we're going to be great. How do you know? Because we're already great. The wedding is just making it official. He's right, annoyingly right. Wedding day arrives, small ceremony in a park, fall leaves everywhere, perfect weather. I'm wearing a simple dress, Jake's in a suit, everything is perfect. Tyler is there with Bite in his pocket. We compromised. The Smash sisters are crying before the ceremony even starts. My parents look proud. Jake's mom is beaming. We wrote our own vows. Mine includes statistics about relationship success and a promise to only make necessary spreadsheets. His include a promise to always make itineraries and respect my need for routine. Everyone laughs and cries. I now pronounce you married. We kiss and everyone cheers. Reception is at a small restaurant, good food, better company. Tyler gives a speech. Emma and Jake are proof that people can grow and change and find happiness. Emma taught me that being challenged makes you better. Jake taught me that kindness isn't weakness. Together, they taught me that family isn't just blood, it's the people who show up for you. To Emma and Jake, everyone toasts and I'm crying again. Damn Tyler for becoming eloquent. End of the night, Jake and I are leaving for our honeymoon. Quick trip to Vancouver, nothing fancy, just us. We did it, I say. We did. We're married. We are. That's wild. Very wild. I love you. I love you too. Drive off into the night, just married, stupidly happy. My phone buzzes with texts from everyone. Jade. Best wedding ever. Tyler. Bite says congratulations. Karen. Proud of you both. I turn off my phone and I look at Jake. Ready for the rest of our lives? With you, absolutely. Even though I'm argumentative and intense? Especially because you're argumentative and intense. Good answer. We drive toward our honeymoon, our future, our life. And for the first time in forever, I'm not worried about what comes next. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out together. Probably with spreadsheets, definitely with itineraries, absolutely with our weird found family cheering us on. My face when I went from cynical femcel to happily married woman by accidentally falling for my coworker who made me date itineraries. That feeling when you realize the best love stories are the ones where you both grow into better versions of yourselves together. Also that feeling when you realize this entire Greentext story had a character named Marcus referenced as a joke, and then our actual love interest was named Jake, proving that not every romance story follows the exact same formula, but some tropes exist for a reason. TFW, you break the fourth wall in your own life story and realize you're just another Anon who found happiness, despite spending years convinced it was impossible. Math. I'm writing this green text from my honeymoon, thinking about how ridiculous and beautiful life can be when you stop being afraid of it.